Hello, we have another video game review, and today's Doom. Classic FPS game that came out in 1993. Published and developed by id Software. Now, I've probably been playing this game for like 2, maybe 3 years now. I'm pretty sure it's around 2. I really like it. It's changed my opinion on FPS games in general. I used to really like playing, I didn't really play a whole lot of games at the time. I was playing Halo. I liked playing COD, but the older CODs. Like, not too old, like, not like Call of Duty 3 or lower or anything like that, but like, no, COD 4, sir. But, anyways, playing this is like, holy crap, what have I been missing for most of my life? It's just a real big game changer. And even in the 90s when it came out, it was a big game changer. Being one of the second FPS games done by id Software. Well, not second, because if you count some of the stuff that they had done before for Softdisk, that would be a fourth game, fourth for sure, but count when they were as just id Software, not with Softdisk, it would be their second. And it truly shows how long they've gone from being from Wolfenstein 3D to this. You get open environments, which Wolfenstein was more closed in corridor. Could say this with this, but like there's ways to get out of the map on here, which I personally may not know. On this particular map, on the other map I do, but it's pretty solid gameplay. You get key cards, shoot things and get key cards. Pretty much explanatory. Sound in this game is really good. Like, like when they scream, like yell, the death sound sounds pretty good for the soldiers. I mean, it's kind of different every once in a while. Imps, they're not too threatening, really. A lot of the enemies in the beginning of the game isn't really that threatening. To me, anyways. Like, okay, it's only when they're in huge packs, like towards, like you might see it towards the later episodes, and even in Doom 2. They're in larger groups of enemies. And yeah. But as I was saying before, Doom, when it came out, it was such a big deal, and it popularized the FPS gaming. In fact, I think even if Wolfenstein was made, but they didn't make Doom, there's a guarantee that a lot of the modern FPS games that wouldn't come out, and there would be probably no FPS genre. Well, there would be, but it wouldn't be as popular as it is today. It would barely even be there. But yeah, the gun sound pretty beefy, and sound like they belong there. They don't sound too what's the word? Too quiet. Because I find, or the same. Each gun's different in the sounds, which I like. Unlike Call of Duty, would say, or hell, I'm waiting for that Battlefield. They almost sound the same, the sounds. And it's like, seriously, you want different sounding gun. You don't want the same sound for every damn gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is a variety in sound in those games, though, but it's there very little. Compared to Doom and other 90s FPS games, everything sounds pretty different. But yeah, one thing that about Doom that's I think a lot of FPS games today are missing is, well, the keycard thing can get pretty annoying at times, I'll even admit it. But, there's also these bigger type levels compared to modern FPS games where you're only doing this bit for the story and then that's pretty much it. Doom's story is really pretty simple. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm getting off. We're going to continue what I was saying about the keycard thing. Like, it's annoying towards the later episodes. Like episode 2, I found me myself getting confused, going around. Episode 1, I got pretty much down. But, a lot of FPS games are missing the really good level designs because everything looks the same. You're going through a building, it's pretty realistic. Another reason why I think the Halo series is pretty good is because it's set in a setting that isn't real life. So, like, and this goes for Doom as well, it's not a real life setting, so you get a lot of instances to be creative. And I think Doom shines there. And yeah. You get that feeling like you're in a space station, in a way. Because you're on the one of Mars' moon, Phobos. Pretty much what happened is that Hell's somehow broken loose on Phobos, and you're one of the few people who alive. In fact, I think you're the only one alive left, so goal is simple. Kill all the demons, save the day. Pretty mediocre. I'm a person that does like a story, but if, like I say for Doom, you really don't need a story, it's simple. I think you kind of learn that from playing Doom 3. I will review the regular Doom 3 for the Xbox in a future episode. But, like this game has such an impact on PC gaming in general. I had a few games on Steam at the time. I think I like Left 4 Dead, Portal 2. I'm trying to think what else. Some of the basic things. Then I played Doom, and I was like, holy crap. And I just started discovering other stuff while on the internet. Blood, which I think is very overrated. I don't like Doom 3, but I really like Blood. And Shadow Warrior, which could be really racist at times. But that's what you kind of expect from Shadow Warrior. But, yeah, anyways. The weapon arsenal is pretty simple. You got your fists, which are pretty weak. Pistol, which, that's okay. Shotgun, which is like the best weapon ever, which you'll be using that pretty much throughout the whole game. But the other weapons are as good as well. Plasma gun, really good. Oh, I forgot to mention chainsaw. It's pretty fun using, but you don't want to use it against stronger enemies like Hell Knights. Well, you could use it against Hell Knight, but I don't suggest using it when you got like 3 or 4 Hell Knights around you, which will happen in Doom 2, but not, I don't think will happen to you in the regular Doom game. Don't use it against the Baron of Hell. Anyways, plasma gun, really good. For me, I like to use I use it when I'm getting stuck in those situations where it's like hordes of enemies, you know. Where you like when hordes of enemies, it takes them out real quick, especially the weaker ones. The guy in here is pretty smart for the time, but now it's kind of like they are smarter. I will admit they're smarter than later 3D games, but because of the nature of this game, it's a lot more simpler than those 3D games, like full 3D. But, yeah. In the gameplay department, it's very good. Very fast-paced action. If you kind of hate those, like, really open-spaced games, close-spaced games, I mean, very close-spaced games where pretty much the weapons kind of have a crappy aim, so, and don't feel too strong. I think Doom would be the game for you because weapons sound strong, like really beefy, strong, and gameplay is really fast and open, surprisingly open. And yeah, I mean the difficulties are the difficulties fair? Yes, they are. They're very fair indeed. I mean, if you're gonna pick like easy, well, like the easy. Let me show you, for example. Like if well, I'll show you guys later the difficulty settings. But it's like easy, like easiest, easy. But they have like names, of course. I'm playing on Hurt Me Plenty, which is like normal. And I'm doing that, but again, I'm talking about playing, and I have a tendency to do it worse when doing it. I should probably post some videos of me playing some games online while talking to some friends. I do really crappy. But if it's just me playing alone, like, and I'm not talking, it's very easy. Getting off track here. Doom is a pretty solid game overall. There's about like, I think, I want to say 4 or 5 episodes in here. And there's a good amount, there's actually quite a few enemy variety types. Ranging from your standard guy with the pistol to your shotgun guys. And what else? The imps. The demons, or pinkies, as I like to call them, like some other people call them pinkies too. But preferably, in game, they're called demon. Yeah. They're not too tough to deal with. 2 shotgun blasts should kill them from up close. And yeah. But, as I was saying, there's the Baron of Hells, which are pretty tough dealing with. I mean, once you get the plasma gun, they should be no problem, and I could have sworn you got that key card. What the heck? But anyways, you know, Baron of Hells are pretty simple to deal with. Not simple, but yeah, because you can strafe around them easily if it's open. If you're more in a closed end area than one of them strafing at you, I highly suggest just try to find somewhere that map's open. If it's not an open map, then good luck to you. If you have a rocket launcher, just keep your distance away from them. You should be able to take them out without too much of a hassle. What I suggest to people who usually play COD, no I won't, because you probably won't like it because it's too open and too old and people complain about graphics. If you people are the people who complain about, like, if you're a person who complains about graphics on games, I don't recommend this game to you. However, if you're like me, where you just play games for nostalgia and for good gameplay, quality gameplay, pick up Doom. You can easily find it on Steam, Xbox Arcade, etc. PSN, Steam, wow. Hell, you can go to GameStop or maybe even eBay, try to find it from Game Boy Advance. I've played that port on an emulator, it's decent. I mean, chain gun works really well. Again, horse fan. Rocket launcher is really well. BFG, really good when taking out the stronger enemies. I wouldn't use it for big groups of enemies because it would be wasting the ammo on it. I'd use it for the really strong enemies. Like in later episodes, you'll fight the Cyber Demon, which is a pain in the butt, and if you found a BFG, save it for that, or at least if you don't feel like dealing with the Barons of Hell, or yeah, if you don't feel like dealing with Baron of Hell. But don't use it on like a Hell Knight. That'd just be a waste. overall, I recommend this game to you guys. Highly recommend it. I personally love this game. Changed my thinking of just FPS games in general. You know, if you haven't played this and you're like an FPS fan, like you love FPS games, and you can stand the graphics, then you gotta pick it up. I mean, otherwise you're missing out on a lot. Game has heavily replay value. I mean, I played this game almost like 1,000 times over, and really good. I mean, there's a few issues with some levels, but in the first episode, they're pretty good overall. I had really no problems with it. It's in some of the later episodes, but yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually really good. For the most part, it's really, really good. And I'll reveal the sequel, Doom 2, a little bit later in our video game review series. Our next game will be Quake 2. Why Quake 2? Well, it's one of those games I can debate that it's almost better than the original Doom. And I know a lot of people are probably saying that, but I have a hard decision choosing which game is better. So we'll look at the difference between both of them later, but yeah. Till then, see you guys later. And I rate this game at 10 out of 10.